can see what are the different type of questions I can create in a Google form. Okay, so for that you just go to your Google Forms. So type Google Forms in your Google search engine. So click on Google Forms. So go to Google Forms. Create a blank document or Google form. So in this we are going to create different type of questions. So in default, if you see, it is selected multiple choice, but we have different types of answers that you can get from your respondent. It may be a short answer, paragraph, multiple choice or checkbox, drop down box. They can even upload a file. It may be a linear scale or multiple choice grid or checkbox grid or date, time. Okay, these are the different options available. We'll try to explore each one. So first, default is multiple choice, but suppose I want to collect the name. So as soon as I type name, Google will automatically change this to short answer. Okay, so this is simple. And suppose you want this name has to be compulsorily, people have to give the name, means you can just click here required. So that required will make it compulsorily. Okay, so next, suppose I am getting a mark. See, sometimes you want to validate your response. See, in this case you assume that I am going to ask the participants or the respondents who have scored more than 50% in their 10th standard to fill this form or to respond for this. Okay, so in that case I have to validate their response. So the response validation, how do I do it? Just click on response validation. Mark, it is a number. You can give it is greater than. See, there are other options are also available: greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, between, all those. So as per your requirement you can choose it. So now I am choosing it is greater than, the number is 50. So only if they have secured more than 50 they have to respond. Okay, so that is a validation for this response. So these two examples we have seen for short answers. Next we will see how a long paragraph question will be. So maybe I will ask them, describe yourself. Then you can see automatically it has changed into paragraph. Okay, so they can type the long answer here. So next we will see how a multiple choice question will look like. So maybe I'll ask them to respond for a gender. So as soon as I type gender, my purpose of multiple choice is that I will give them the different options. From that they have to choose one. Okay, so for gender, already Google itself has defined some 4 options. If you want to use it, you can use it. Just click on this add all, it will add it. Otherwise you can type your own. Okay, so now I am going to give add all. So the 4 options have been added. So this is a multiple choice question. Here the respondent can click only one. They cannot click more than once. Suppose if I want to get more than one option, sometimes you will require the respondent to give you a multiple response. Say example, what mobile phone do they use? They may have more than one mobile, right? So I am going to give them a checkbox where I am saying maybe like Samsung, Apple iPhone, Vivo, so something like that, or others. So here they have the option of they can choose more than one. Okay, so this is your checkbox. Next we will see, sometime there may be a requirement that the respondent has to upload the file. The response they have to give in a form of a file. Say I want them to upload their resume. So upload your resume. So for this I can ask them to give a file upload option. Okay, so file upload, files will be uploaded to the form owner's Google Drive. So compulsorily the respondent has to sign in to Google if they want to upload the file. So that is a requirement. Then give continue. So the file you can give them the different type, specific type. Resume means generally you will want them to upload only as a PDF or maybe a Word document. So you can click that. Maximum number of file is 1. You can even set the maximum file size. Okay, starting with 1 MB, 10 MB, whatever you want to give as per your requirement. So this is the way you can upload the file. And compared with your multiple choice and checkboxes, there is even sometime you want to give them the list of options. So there I will be using what is called a drop down. So drop down is, I will give them list, from that they have to choose. Say example, which district they belong to. I am giving them the list of options. So maybe like Chennai, Coimbatore, Trichy, Salem, so like that. So whatever district, I can just type it and have it as a drop down list. So as soon as they click on the district, they will have the list, from that they can choose it. So this is the drop down question. So I hope all these are clear. We'll see in preview mode how it will work later. Then even you can create what is called a linear scale. So linear scale, see, sometimes I want the respondent to respond in a scale format, in a continuum, starting with like your least important to most important, something like that. Okay, so in that case I can use this linear scale. So give your importance for using technology, some question I am asking. Okay, technology for education. So what is your feeling about, what do you feel, how much it is important? So in my option 1 I am saying that least important, whereas 5 I am saying very much important. So it's a scale, they can click on it. That is a linear scale. So it will look like this. Okay, least important to very much important. Then you have multiple choice grid. It is similar to our multiple choice question, but in multiple choice I have only one dimension. Suppose I want to relate two dimensions, I will be using this multiple choice grid. So we will take one example. Your opinion regarding the following factors. Just for some item I am asking. Price, maybe I will consider all the 4 P's. Price, place, product, promotion. And other end I am saying, column I am saying the prices, I am highly, maybe I use 5-point scale, highly satisfied, satisfied, neutral, dissatisfied, highly dissatisfied. Okay, so 5, I have 4 rows, 5 columns. So my multiple grid will look something like this. Your opinion regarding, maybe about some product I am asking it, all the 4 P's. So they will be just clicking price, whether they are highly satisfied, satisfied, all those. So this is a multiple choice grid. Same way even you can create a checkbox grid. The only difference between a multiple choice grid and a checkbox grid, as we already said, here they can choose more than one option. Okay, that is advantage. Then we also have date. Sometimes I may want to collect the date also. So date of birth, if you give in month, day, year format, they can type it. Same way you have your time also. Okay, so these are the different type of questions I can create using Google Form. We'll just preview it, how it will look at. See, name, as I was mentioning that it's a required field, there is a star. Then mark, suppose I type 45. See, there is a message which must be a number greater than 50. So it is doing a data validation. Then describe yourself, you can type your own paragraph. Then gender, any one you can choose. You cannot choose more than one. Any one only you can choose it. Whereas what mobile phone do you use, I can choose more than one. Okay. Then upload resume, I can just click it, select it from the my local drive. Okay. You just select from your device, it will open your local drive, from that you can upload it. So that is possible. Then district, it is a list down, drop down menu, you can choose it. Then this is a linear scale, starting with least important to very much important. And this is your multiple choice grid. Same way you can create your checkbox grid also. Then your date of birth, it will automatically open the calendar. From that you can choose the year, everything you can choose it. Okay, suppose 2003 June 18th, you can enter your date of birth. So this is a way using Google Form we can create different questions. I hope you understood. So thanks for watching the video. Thank you.